Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now, Barney!
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Leopard!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just have a break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
For Drake. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot for the and it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen off the play fake. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Parker the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. This is brought in at the 21. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Leopard! Hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing on first down is Allen. And finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
To throw, it's Allen. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll drop it off to Perine, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Perine spinning away. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff working right. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep here for Stills. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Left side here, caught by play. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's go. Blue landed.
From the gun, it's Allen. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Allen again. Going deep for Benjamin. And it'll be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the Tremaine. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lucky 56. Set. 3-19.
Again, here's Pirine. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
It's caught. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's Pirine. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Back to 99 Philly, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Back to 99 Philly, here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Now Allen throwing on second down. He's got a man, complete. A very solid gain of 27. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. He's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Benjamin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Navarro Bowman in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And the ball is knocked out. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Boom.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it here with P-Rod. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Throwing is Allen on third. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Allen now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll drop the throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Right back to him on first down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Lucky 56.
On first down, Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On the give, this is Drake. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Dolphins, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.